I play the guitar, and I used to play the piano.
All right. Well, when you come to our lab next time, bring your guitar. We have lots of guitars here. You know that. Okay,
so
Tomisi, let it roll.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I love it. Da, 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 da. I love it. Wow, that's jazz on the ukulele.
Yeah, a little bit jazzy. So it's been fun to learn that.
Cool, cool, cool. Who's your hero, Tomisi?
My hero? So I think right now would be Iron Man. Have you guys seen like the Marvel movies?
Lucas, Norman, Braden, do you know Iron Man?
Of course I do.
Of course they do.
Of course.
Yeah, so Iron Man would probably be my hero. He actually, apparently he went to MIT too, which is the school, which is pretty cool. Yeah, in the movies they had him go to MIT and do a whole bunch of stuff. So
cool. Okay, well, Lucian and Tomisi, thank you for joining. We'd like Lucas and Braden and Norman to show you some of the work they've been doing, and maybe we can tell them what we like about their projects. So who'd like to show their lab book first? Norman, do you have your lab book launched? Norman, can you share your screen and turn your microphone on?
Okay.
Hi, Ryan. Hi, Emma. Welcome. Okay.
So, lab book. This is my lab book. So, problem: not enough time to play computer games. Mission: convince my parents I will learn many valuable skills coding. Types of a computer game: a storyline, pictures, sound effects, and game logic. Presentation idea: ugly, and average. Super cool.
Super cool. Love it.
And then these are my characters.
These are your game characters?
Nice.
Spaceship, the spaceship, and I don't know what I made over here.
I like that guy a lot.
Way to go. Way to go, Norman. We love it. Emma, would you like to say hello to Tomisi and Lucian and show them your lab book? And maybe one of you can launch your Scratch game and get ready to show that. Emma, can you hear us? How about you, Lucas or Braden? Would you like to share your screen, Lucas or Braden or Ryan? Go ahead, Lucas.
Not quite done my lab book. Just need to include the parts of a good game.
Oh, okay. Braden, would you like to show your lab book?
Braden was in Minecraft course.
Oh, so, right, Braden's just joining, right. Sorry. Thank you.
But if he has a lab book to share, we can definitely see what.
Excellent.
Right?
Why don't we show them your Minecraft lab book, Braden? That would be great. Braden, do you have your Minecraft lab book?
Not ready.
Not ready yet? Okay, no worries. Emma or Ryan, would you like to share your screen and show us the work you've been doing?
Okay.
Either
I can do it.
Okay, go for it, Emma.
I'm Ryan.
Oh, Ryan, go on. Go for it, Ryan. Share your screen and okay. Ryan's lab book. Okay.
These are all the characters.
For your game.
Yeah.
That's my favorite character right there. Looks like Picasso. Okay. Ryan, do you remember what our problem is? Why are we building computer games? Remember, before we start building, we define a problem, we state a problem and a mission.
Parents don't give us time to play computer games.
Very good, Ryan. So if that's the problem, what's our mission?
Convince our parents we can learn valuable skills.
Great. And how are we going to do that? What can you tell your parents? What skills are we going to learn playing or building our own computer games?
You can build stuff in it.
You'll learn how to program or build. What else will you learn how to do?
Make your own character.
Exactly. Characters just like you made. And what else are computer games good for?
Coding.
Coding, you learn how to code. Very good, Ryan. Wow, okay. Anyone else like to help? Ryan, what are the other arguments? What are the other points we're going to make to our parents to convince them to buy you an Xbox? Lucas or Emma? Let's add to what Ryan said. How can we convince our parents that we're learning valuable skills? What are the 4 components of a good game? Okay. All right. So, Emma, are you able to share your Scratch game? Emma, we can't hear you. Your microphone might be muted. Great. Okay. Thank you, Ryan. Did good, Ryan. Emma, you remember how to share your screen, no? Emma, do you remember how to share your screen? Okay. Great, Emma. Ah. Good, Emma. Now, you took this basic game. Oh, okay. You took this basic game template and then you made your own game, right?
No, I can't find the one that I made.
Oh, too bad. It's probably saved under your password. Are you logged in to Scratch, Emma?
No.
Do you remember your Scratch login?
Yes.
If you sign in, you can go to My Stuff and we can find your game. Okay, good. Tomisi, have you had a chance to spend much time with Scratch?
Yeah, I've used a bit of Scratch. I don't think I have any project.
It's quite cool. Okay, let's see if we can find it here in this login. Now, if you click on the arrow sign up here at the top, click on this arrow right here, and then it'll say My Stuff. And then go to here. And let's see, can you see your game here? There it is. Thank you, Brent. Okay, before you start the game, Emma, can you explain a little bit how the game works? Pretend, Emma, that you're teaching us how to play the game, or how to make the game. Can you explain the code, Emma, how it works? I think your microphone is muted, Emma. Emma, your microphone is muted. Let me try to unmute you. Emma, we can't hear you. Hold on a second.
Emma's mic's not.
So,
I hear her. Say again.
can you hear me?
Now we
Yeah.
can hear you. Great. Okay. Can you explain exactly how your program works?
So the game's like they ask you questions and then you have to answer it.
Okay. And can you explain a few lines of code? After you hit the green flag to start, what happens?
So for the dino, when you click the green flag, it hides and then scores 0, and then it turns, and then your person comes out, and the size is 100%. And it goes to X, 170, and Y, 60, and show, think. If you type the answer before the arrow hits the water, you get it. If not, I get it. So you press the spacebar to start. Wait until key space is pressed. Wait until not key space pressed. And then he thinks who's the smartest in that. And then the broadcast to question 1.
Wow, very good. Okay, what's question 1?
So question 1, 100 plus 100 equals to 200.
Okay. Okay, what's 100 plus 100? And then you detect the answer.
So when you see question 1, go to X 180 and Y 110. Show, repeat until answer equals 200 or touching edge. Change Y by 1.5. If answer 200, then change score by 1. Hide, play, sound, cheer until done. Hide, broadcast, question 2.
Okay, we get it. What do you think, Lucian and Tomisi? Do we have some MIT candidates here?
Yeah, it looks real good. It looks way better than a lot of things that I've seen people even in college, right? Very structured.
Wow, that's quite a compliment, guys. I think you're learning tricks that many don't learn until they get to engineering school and college. Very good. Very good. Anyone else? Oh, you like to play it? Oh, sorry, we didn't get to see your character dance when you answered the question. All right. Would anyone else like to present their project? Or their lab book? Lucas, you are almost finished with your lab book. Would you like to present your lab book?
I'm done now.
Okay, go for it.
Just one thing. Okay.
So this is the final session in this project, guys. And then next week we're going to start a new project. So now is your chance to show off your work, present your projects to the world.
So this is my lab book.
Okay, Lucas.
The problem is that our parents don't let us have time to play computer games. Mission: convince my parents to let me have more time to play computer games so I can learn valuable skills.
Skills like
good game.
What kind of skills are you going to learn? Back to that page.
Like coding, math, drawing, teamwork, and control.
Those are important skills for sure. All right.
Of a good game. Number 1, storyline. Number 2, sound effects. Number 3, game logic. Number 4, good graphics.
Yes.
Presenting ideas. Ugly. Average. Maybe. Way cool. Oops, where's that page again?
Yeah.
Way cool. These are just some guys I made.
Oh,
So your game character. Right on. Right on. All right, Lucas. Way to go. Would you like to share your game? Were you able to get your characters embedded in the game? And let's see the questions. The challenge here is to turn an ugly test into a way cool game. I once asked Lucian and Tomisin, a group of kids, what's the ugliest thing you've ever seen? And one of the kids said, a test. Love that answer. So then we decided that's a problem and a mission. What's the ugliest thing you've ever seen? Tests are ugly, and the mission is design a test that is fun to play.
Can you see my game now?
Yeah.
We can see a screen. I believe it's yours.
Okay, so when you click this flag thing, oops, this guy hides and he sets the score to 0. Then he switches.
Hold on a second. We're not seeing your game screen. Can you stop sharing and share again, Lucas?
Okay.
And then this time be sure to share your whole screen, your whole desktop. The box at the upper left.
Can you see it now?
Yep. Now we can see it. Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
So when you click the flag over here, this guy hides. Then he sets the score to 0 and he switches the costume to face 6. He sets the size to 40 because if the size was 100, it'll be too big.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to this particular position and he shows. He thinks if you type answer before the apple hits the water, you get it. If not, I get it. Press space bar to start. And he waits until the key space is pressed and released. Then he thinks, who is the smartest in the land? And then he broadcasts question 1.
Wow, you've made 5 questions.
And when this apple named question 1 receives question 1, he goes to a position up here, and he shows. He repeats until then he repeats until answers 10,000 or touching edge. At the same time, he asks 10 to the power of 5 equals, and he waits.
Wow, that's a tough question. I'm not sure I could answer that question.
Okay, back to this. He repeats these things until answer is 10 to the power of 5 or touching edge, which is here.
Oh.
Or he goes down and then waits. If you type the answer, then he changes the score by 1. He hides, the apple hides, and he plays sound cheer until done. Then he broadcasts question 2.
Cool.
So on.
Right there. Hold on, right there, Lucas. This is excellent. Tomisi, what do you think about Lucas's presentation skills?
Yeah, I think your presentation skills are really, really amazing. Just like how you explained it super, super clearly. So I can understand, because there's a lot going on here, and I wasn't sure I would be able to figure out everything that's going on, but you really helped me understand what's happening.
Lucas, that's
so
quite
you put
a
a lot of work
compliment.
into that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so awesome job, Lucas.
How do you calculate 10 to the 5?
So you calculate 10 to the power of 5, then you think it's 1 with 5 zeros. Like 10 to the power of 10 is a 1 with 10 zeros.
Okay. How would you calculate 2 to the power of 5?
2 to the power of 5. 2 to the power of 5 is like 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2.
Hey, Lucas, how old are you?
8. Almost
8 years
9.
old. No way. No way.
I don't think I knew that powers existed until I was like in middle school.
Wow. Oh, I'm very impressed, Lucas.
Thank you.
Okay, can we play your game, and let's see if Lucian and Tomisi can answer all of your questions before the apple hits the water.
Now I get it. Press space bar to start. 10 to the power of 5 is.
Okay.
Well, you already gave us the answer. It's 1 with 5 zeros.
5. Whoops, not the minus.
We got easy on that one.
Okay.
1 times 1.
Or is 2. What's the next one?
No.
Is the president of Mario's Mickey Mouse?
5 times 5, 25 plus 7.
Ooh.
2 minus 3. Oh, that's 29. 11 plus 14.
Speed math.
Score 4 out of 5. Not bad. Not bad. Smarty.
Cool.
When do you get Smarty Pants? How high does your score have to be in order to get a Smarty Pants answer?
So after the last question, instead of broadcasting another question, it broadcasts tally score. Then back to Dino, because he's the only sprite that receives tally score. If the score is bigger than 2, but that's smaller than 2, then he thinks I win. Then he does a little dance.
Great, great.
If score is bigger than 2, then he thinks Smarty Pants, you win. Then he does a dance.
Cool. So how many questions do you have to answer correctly in order to win? To beat the your brown alien, your brown dino?
Now I've changed it. It's 3 now. You have to answer at least 3 questions correctly.
That's much better. That's much harder. And also, I notice your apples fall very, very quickly. So you have to be really quick to read and answer those questions and then type. Mm-hmm.
Except this one falls very slowly.
I noticed that one spelled slowly. I think it's interesting how you change the speeds of the apple.
That's easy.
So,
That's easy. This one is a bit
ex
hard.
excellent, Lucas. You're a hot shot, you are. Okay. Well, would anyone else like to present their projects? Very, very impressive, Lucas. Way to go. Bravo. Anyone have some challenging questions that you'd like to see if Tomisi and Lucian can answer? Okay. So, Shafe, would you like to, shall we talk about next projects, Shafe, or?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So, Tomisi and Lucian, of all the projects that we presented at the during the training sessions, Tomisi, which was your favorite project? Which would you like to suggest a project that you really thought was fun?
Sure, yeah. I'd say so. Like, I really love the computer games. So, I think my favorite project was the Scratch voice recognition, because that was just another way to like make a computer game, except without having to do things like type or click or press buttons. You could just say what you wanted to do.
Yeah, yeah.
So that one seemed really, really cool. Just a different way to play games.
Yeah, play a game by talking to your computer. Okay, Brent, have we decided on a project, on the next project, or are we open to the next project?
Taken, Shafe, we said it would either be Scratch storylines or voice recognition. Is that the case?
Yeah.
Okay. Tomisi, do you like to show real quickly? Do you remember how to get to the voice recognition PowerPoint?
Yeah, sure.
Share your screen and go to, so guys, Tomisi is going to show you a quick introduction to the game. How can you talk to your computer? Instead of using a mouse or a keyboard, you're going to play a game by just talking to the computer.
Yeah, so let me see if I can pull this up. It's the introduction.
Tomisi, can you tell everyone where you live? You're in southern part of the US, no?
Yeah, I'm in Dallas, Texas right now.
Do you guys know where Dallas, Texas is?
I know it's in Texas.
Whoa.
Texas is where all the cowboys live, cowgirls.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of cows and horses and everything down here.
If you go to Texas, guys, you'll see a lot of cowboy hats. Cowboy hats and boots.
Yeah, so all right, yeah, so this is the voice recognition project, which I think is really cool. Because it's like, what's the best way to communicate with a machine, right? And you guys all need to like learn how to use a keyboard and a mouse and all these things to control a computer. But that can get slow, and especially me, like I like to do other things with my hands. So like I can be playing ukulele and talking to my computer at the same time, right? And watching a video, or just not have to like type to control my computer would be awesome. So I want to teach my computer like how to talk to me, right? So there's a whole bunch of huge history of teaching people how to talk to machines.
Punch card.
Okay. That's great. That is a punch card.
Yeah, there's a punch card. Sorry, can you explain, do you guys know what a punch card is?
Yeah, I know what a punch card is.
What's a punch card?
I've heard of it, but I don't really know it.
Right, so,
Floppy disk. It's a thing you've seen that you don't know what it does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Can
like
you
all of
explain
these.
how a punch card works, Tomisin?
Yeah, sure. So like all of these things are ways to communicate with machines, right? And you know how machines and computers have something to do with like ones and zeros, right? So a punch card is basically a way to like a physical manifestation of those ones and zeros, right? So like if a card had a hole in it, that would be like a 0 because there's nothing there, right? And if a card didn't have a hole in it at a point, then that would be like a 1, right? And a long time ago, people used to carry boxes and boxes of these punch cards and put them in the computers, and the computers would try to read the ones and zeros, and hopefully they would like output something that was what the human wanted to happen, right?
Tomisi, that wasn't so long ago. I did that when I was in school.
Oh yeah. So I guess not so long ago. They were used for a whole bunch of things, whole bunch of computer projects. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So they had things like the abacus. Do you guys know what an abacus is?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. So Lucas, can you explain what an abacus is?
It's kind of like a calculator.
Yeah. Right. It's basically a calculator. So you would like move the rocks in the abacus and it would give you a number. And that was a way of talking to a machine. And then we had keyboards and touch screens. And then, what is this, 68 years ago? This guy comes up with voice recognition, which is a way to talk to computers. And we're still using voice recognition like to this day, right? So we have things like Siri and Google and Alexa that we can all talk to. And hopefully like in the future, you guys will be able to create something where you don't even have to talk, right? Where it can just read my mind and the computer would know what I want to do.
That's actually happening at MIT. I don't know if you guys have ever been to the media lab where they have a chair that you sit in, and in that chair they have a whole bunch of sensors, and they can just read from your rear end when you're sitting in the chair. They can read how your muscles are changing, and they can tell your state of mind just by reading the muscles in your rear end.
Oh, wow.
And then they make the computer respond to how tense you are or how relaxed you are. I think it's called the Effective Learning Lab at the Media Lab.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's the project called voice recognition, just like Alexa. Lucian, what was your favorite project when we went through? Would you like to present one of the projects?
Yeah, well, one of my favorite projects was actually the one that you guys just did. It was the Scratch computer games. But another one, which I see one of you had done previously, I believe Braden, was the Minecraft 101, because building in Minecraft was something that I used to do when I was a kid all the time. And I remember just being on there for hours at a time, just building big towers and buildings and big old mansions. And I even made an amusement park one time, and it was a whole lot of fun. So making Minecraft structures is actually a really cool project.
Great, great. Oh, thank you, Tomisin, and thank you, Lucian. So guys, any questions? What was the other project, Brent? Voice recognition and Scratch storyline? Okay. Should we take a vote or? Brent, can you explain a little bit what Scratch Storylines is about?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so both of these projects are more advanced than the game we just built. Scratch Storylines is like an interactive cartoon. So think of it like the trivia game, except for we're telling a story in it and we're animating much more. So there'll be more movement, more, moving characters around, changing the size of them. Maybe you can even control the character to make it the story dynamic. Have you guys ever used Netflix and have a TV show where you get to pick what happens next, or on YouTube? You guys do any interactive TV yet?
That's
Yeah,
the
those are
future.
super fun.
Go ahead. That's the future of TV, guys. Interactive storylines.
Yeah, so basically, Scratch Storylines follows that path. Not so far off again from what we just did with the trivia game. What we do with the voice recognition is we're using voice input to control something, like Macy was just explaining to us. So we're not necessarily going to animate a whole story, but we're going to have 2 different outputs, maybe 3 outputs. By output, I mean things that happen that we can tell the computer to do. We can make the computer tell us a joke, we can make it dance, we can make it cry if you don't want to talk with it. So we can do several different things. Again, there'll be some animation, and you'll get to put your own personal flair. Both projects will draw characters. I think the main difference is one of them, we're going to control the computer with our voice. The other one, we're going to use the keyboard and mouse, but we're going to have more of an interactive experience. So those are the 2 differentiators, I think.
Great. Guys, do we have any writers in this group? Anyone like to write either stories or write poems or compose songs? Do we have any who's good at English in school? Any of you get good grades on your English, in your English course? I did terrible in English. I still haven't learned how to spell. Okay, so shall we take a vote, Xiaofei, or we'll take a vote. So if you, Brent, how shall we organize this vote? Just raise your hand if you're into storylines. Raise your hand. Who wants to do storylines? You have to turn your camera on. So
we can do
Or
chat.
maybe type in the chat.
Or you can type in the chat. Thank you.
That way you can vote twice if you want, and whichever one gets the most votes. So if you're neutral, you can kind of,
Yeah, you can get 2 votes if you raise your hand and put a vote in chat.
Oh no, I mean like when we ask who wants, like maybe you could just say which one you want, like storyline or voice recognition, or either. That way, it's.
Oh, let's just go around the horn. There's so few. Ryan, which would you rather do? Write a program so you can talk to your computer, or make an animated cartoon? I've got to turn your microphone on, Ryan.
Talk to your computer.
Talk to your computer. Lucas, talk to your computer or make an animated cartoon?
Talk to your computer.
Whoa, okay. Norman, how about you? Talk to your computer or make an animated cartoon?
Talk to your computer.
Wow. Emma?
Talk to your computer.
Okay, I want to go to everyone. How about you, Ryan? Talk to your computer or write a storyline? Oh, you already done, Ryan. How about Braden? Which one seems more fun to you, Braden? Talk to your computer or make a cartoon? Okay, we'll assume you're neutral. At any rate, we have a majority here. Lucian and Tomisin, if you are free on Sunday afternoons and you'd like to teach this class, we'd love to have you teaching a voice recognition class.
That'd be really cool.
For sure.
Okay, so you guys could learn a lot from Lucian and Tomisin, I'm sure. Okay,
Yeah.
Cafe, it's settled.
Yeah, well, it's great.
Okay, all right, guys. Well, thank you for presenting your projects. I think very impressive what you guys have done.
Very
The way you
excellent.
Really
explain
cool.
what you've done is even better.
Yeah.
It's one thing to get a good result. It's even better if you can explain how you got your result. Okay,
I'm so
guys,
proud of them.
you're on the right track.
Good job. Good job.
See you next week.
Yeah, great job, guys.
Tomisin, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Awesome.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye, guys.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Lucas, Norman, Braden.
Bye.
See you next week. Bye, Emma.
Bye.
Bye, Ryan. Brent, Shafe, thank you.
Bye.
Good job.
Bye.
Good friend.
Bye,
Bye,
Ryan.
everyone. Bye-bye. Bye, Lucas.
Bye.
Bye, Ryan.
Bye, Lucas. Bye, Ryan.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Tomisin, Lucian, thank you.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, no
Great
problem.
having
That
you
was
in
really
the room.
cool.
For sure.
Actually, could you guys stay on for a second after? I just want to
Yeah.
talk schedule real quick since we have
Yeah.
a few minutes. Oh, and John, could you hit stop on the recording?
Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay.